Hey guys! Today I want to share with you a story about how I said no to my doctor when he suggested that I break the match with my unicorn surrogate. I advocated for her and eventually my embryo stuck the first time. This is what happened. Hi, my name is Cindy. I started a family 3 years ago without a partner using donor sperm and IVF. I carried my first child and turned to surrogacy for my second. Today, I'm excited to share 3 stories about how I stood up for myself in my fertility journeys, leading to some amazing successes. When I found my surrogate who would help me on my journey, I felt incredibly lucky. She was compassionate, thoughtful, empathetic, responsible, loving, and exactly what I needed. We didn't waste any time and got things rolling fast from the start. From getting the medical records, OB's clearance, FDA testing, to psychological evaluation, legal paperwork, we were always on the move, working together and updating each other as things progressed. Everything was going smoothly until we hit our first bump. One day, we got the results of some tests, and it turned out that the surrogate didn't have antibodies for hepatitis B. We were like, how was that even possible? Hadn't we all been vaccinated as kids? The doctor said we had to delay the transfer by 6 months to finish the vaccine series. Wow, this is too high a risk. Many things can change in 6 months for both the surrogate and me. So I pushed for another solution and learned about an expedited series that could cut the wait to just 2 months. This experience taught me the value of challenging the norm when it didn't work for you. But that was just a minor setback. The real challenge was still ahead. As we started the first transfer cycle, everything went well until it didn't. I rarely ever got a call from the clinic, and that day I was surprised to pick up a call from the doctor. He explained some problems they were facing with the surrogate's lining, and prolonged treatment wasn't helping. He wanted to know whether I wanted to cancel the cycle or keep trying. To make matters even more daunting, the doctor suggested that I consider looking for another surrogate because he didn't believe that the lining issues could be resolved quickly. Wow. My surrogate was a unicorn. How can I find another unicorn? I was so sad. This was a great doctor on the same medical team that had helped me succeed with my first child. He genuinely wanted the best for me. I decided to take it upon myself to understand the issue better. Even though I lacked medical training, I was good at researching. I turned to a Facebook group called Surrogates and Intended Parents, where there's a wealth of knowledge. I realized that many surrogates faced similar lining problems, but they found solutions and had successful transfers later. I compiled a list of strategies they have used, like acupuncture, natural cycles, or modified medicated cycles. I discussed them with my doctor. I realized that while the doctors have medical knowledge, the collective wisdom of others mattered too. My doctor welcomed my input, and we crafted a new plan together, one I felt comfortable with. And then another minor hiccup came up, causing us to cancel yet another cycle. But in the third cycle, everything aligned, and my embryo comfortably stuck. The most crucial lesson from my journey is that it's you, not the doctors, who shapes your path. You are the captain of your journey, and it's important to trust yourself. Your instincts know what is right. If getting a second opinion gives you peace of mind, do it. The collective wisdom of others can guide you too. Now let me share my third example. Imagine this. Before becoming a mom, I went through 3 rounds of egg freezing. Let's call the first place I went to Clinic A and the second place Clinic B. Here's where things get interesting. When I moved to Clinic B, I told them about my first round at Clinic A. But the new doctor didn't give it much thought. I wasn't too bothered by it. What caught my attention was that the new clinic used a much higher dose of medication compared to the first time. You might have read that using less medication is better for getting good quality eggs. But even though I knew that, I decided to trust the new doctor and didn't ask any questions. It turned out, despite the higher dosage, the result was the same, not better, and the procedure was more uncomfortable and I felt more sick afterwards, not like the first time. At this point, I realized that I had to speak up for my third round. I wanted to go back to the lower dose like in the first round. Thankfully, the doctor agreed. And you know what? The result was great. I used eggs from both the second and the third rounds, and the embryos from the third round was the best. Both my first child and the second child came from the third round. Now let's be clear. My story is just one story. It's not enough to prove something for everyone. There are many things that play a part in the results. But for me, speaking up and asking for what I thought was right made a huge difference. If I hadn't asked questions when I wasn't sure, I would always wonder if I did everything I could. So remember this, your voice can make a bigger impact than you think. If you have any questions, feel free to add a comment below. I will take these inputs when I create future videos. In my next videos, I will break down the total costs incurred throughout my surrogacy. Make sure to check them out.